Yes, YouTubeverse, I am talking to you today about the 2011 smash hit El Camino by the Black Keys. I love this album. It is a classic. Even though there is not an El Camino in any of the artwork, it's just a bunch of mommy wagons basically. It is just an awesome record from start to finish. It was their follow-up from 2010's Brothers, which to me is my personal favorite Black Keys album. Really, you can't go wrong with the Black Keys. They have so many great records. Their debut album back in 2002 all the way up until Turn Blue in 2014. And hey, guys, please make another record. I know that Dan's busy with other side projects, the Arcs, it's okay. And Patrick Carney, I don't know what you're doing, but guys, do something together again, even if it's black rock. And hey, YouTubeverse, if you have not heard of their collaboration Black Rock with a bunch of hip-hop artists that came out in 2009, check it out. B-L-A-K-R-O-C, all one word. It is an awesome album. But back to El Camino. I can get sidetracked for days with the Black Keys because I love these guys. I love what they're about, bringing raw blues and pure rock music back to the fore, and just a perfect album to have on record because these guys are more about full albums, records, the art of record making versus just singles. And you know, there are plenty of singles on this, which I'm going to get to another story on that in a minute, but like Lonely Boy, the track that starts it off that I was just mimicking the riff to, is a classic Black Keys song and a great standalone single. Great one to start off the album with. It's just got that awesome riff, and then the drums kick in, and then, you know, the background vocals mix so well with Dan's, the oh, 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 I got a love that keeps me waiting. So catchy, and I believe deservedly won some Grammy Awards, and, you know, they are expanding into some new territory on this album with some rockabilly feel. A lot of it is throwback, again, because, you know, their influences were 60s, 70s music. Go figure, so are mine. So that's why I love the Black Keys, man. So going into track 2, another great heavy-hitting opening drum riff brings us into Dead and Gone, which is another very catchy song with, again, awesome female background vocals that just really go well with Dan's. And then we got, oh, Gold on the Ceiling, which could be another, it was basically a hit single with that really cool fuzzy bass and just that, again, a very catchy song that, you know, I don't see who wouldn't like that. So, you know, going back to what I was saying about the single-oriented music of today, all three of those songs could be hit singles, and rightly so. They are the first 3 songs. The fourth song, Little Black Submarines, is probably the best on the album, and it slows it down a little bit in the beginning with the acoustics, but then it ramps up in the second half. I absolutely love how they do that, and you can just tell they're having fun in the studio. You hear somebody yelling in the background when they're jamming at the end. I just love it. That is by far, I think, the best song on this record. But the only thing I can say bad about El Camino is, and you know, the Black Keys, like I said, they're record-oriented artists. I think they should have waited a couple more songs for Little Black Submarines because it does slow the momentum down a little bit. And since they, in their own words, said that they wanted to make an album that was basically non-stop rock where they could go out and play arenas, I think that Little Black Submarines, it would make more sense if it was like dead in the middle of the album. So, in my opinion, if you are so inclined to change the running order of El Camino, I recommend taking Run Right Back, which is normally track 6, and putting that at number 4 instead, and then at number 5 putting Sister, which normally is after Run Right Back, and then at number 6, Little Black Submarines, then Moneymaker, and then picking back up with Hell of a Season through the end of the album. It's a much more rounded out listening experience, where you have it slow down like smack dab in the middle of the record. But really, that is the only thing I can say bad about this album. It's just, you know, non-stop, and there's not a bad track on here. I think it's great. I think it's a classic. I think everyone should own this. Going back to Run Right Back, another just awesome riff, and another strong bass heavy, almost has like a disco beat to it, which is very cool. And the lead guitar riff is somewhat of the chorus on the song. That I love it. I absolutely love how they really explore new tones to their guitar and bass and drums even. These guys just, you can tell they have fun in the studio, and you know, 2014's Turn Blue, they kept trying new things. You know, their first album was a total garage rock album, and the stuff that they pulled off, just the two of them, was phenomenal, and they deserve to get acclaim earlier than they did. I feel bad that I was one of those people that really didn't hear about the Black Keys until 2010 when Brothers came out. And, you know, I went back and listened to their whole catalog, and it is all great. You just cannot go wrong with Black Keys. I have gone on long enough about El Camino. It is just awesome. I give it an 8.5 out of 10, which to me is a classic. And guys, go out, get this on record. It is worth doing so. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. You know, subscribe, click like, all that jazz. Viva la vinyl, and I will see you soon.